Welcome to We Rise podcast. I am Dr. Joanne Frederick, an author, therapist, professor, radio host, and your reigning Mrs. Unity World USA. Thank you for joining our podcast today. And this is the space where we rise. Rise stands for rejuvenate, inspire, support, and enlighten through real conversations about healing, resilience, and pain with real women. No matter what your journey is, remember you are not alone, and together we rise. Today we have with us Monique Pearson. Yay! Thank you so much for being with us, taking time out of your busy schedule. And I'm excited to hear what you got planned. But before we speak about that, tell us about yourself. Let the audience know, who are we interviewing today?
Well, first, Dr. J, I want to say thank you for having me on your platform. Super excited and thrilled to be here. And to all of your listeners, my name is Monique Pearson, and I am the founder and CEO of Soaring Without Limits Enterprises, affectionately known as SWOL. So we do a plethora of things. Person of multi-talents, just like yourself, Dr. J. So with Soaring Without Limits Enterprises, I assist women to overcome their self mindset limitations, and we do that via several means. One, through international travel, through our coaching services, also far as I'm public speaker, as well as authors. And presently, now our portfolio has expanded to accommodate women who have chronic illnesses or autoimmune disorders. So basically, you can say that SWOL is all things women's empowerment in a variety of ways.
Oh, yeah, right up my alley. Right up my alley as a mental health therapist. And
Mhm.
as I put on this Rise movement platform, it's about empowering women. So, what made you start Swole?
I actually started, like so many of us, during the pandemic when I had all of that time on my hands. And I did a deep assessment of where my life was at that time. And what I found was that I wasn't fulfilled. And I was not doing what lights me up, what brings me joy, what makes me happy. And for me, that's travel. So I was like, how can I take my love of travel and be able to turn that into a business? So that is where the premise started. For Swole is me wanting to do what I love every day and introduce more women to the world.
Wow, and travel is my thing. Glad you said it. I'm sure you're aware that I'm preparing to compete in the Unity World pageants in India, Lucknow, India, in
Yes,
October.
ma'am.
So tell me some places you've been and where you've taken other women, and have you been to India?
I have not been to
You
India
haven't? I
yet.
thought I saw that. Okay, you
No, I
need to
haven't
come
been
with
to
me.
India, but I have been to Thailand, Bali,
Ooh.
Germany, Spain, France, Korea, Japan. I've been to over 40 countries, so I can go on and on
Whoa.
to where I have been.
Whoa.
But now it's more so, how many women can I bring to other parts of the world? So I will be hosting in October a group to Bali. I've taken a group to Dubai. So basically, I'm at the demands of where the people want to go. But for
Ah.
2027, I am going to cut down on the faraway flights because it's quite extensive amount of airtime to go to those locations. So 2027, Swole will be going to Barbados and St.
Ooh.
Martin. So those are two places I have not been myself. So I will be introducing myself along with those who accompany me.
Oh yeah, you got to keep us informed for that because I'm sure quite a few people would love to attend, including me. So you spoke about October. So now you have something coming up in a few weeks, actually, right? Tell us about
Mhm.
that.
I am super, super excited and so happy to have you partner with me in this endeavor, which is entitled Beyond the Diagnosis: Stories of Living and Thriving. So, we have an anthology with the same title, which will be officially launched May 15th. from 12 to 4 p.m. at the Owen Brown Interfaith Center in Columbia, Maryland. And this project was stemming from my own personal diagnosis with multiple sclerosis in April of 2024. Being a woman of faith, I was like, I knew that God can take this diagnosis and be able to use it for his good and be able to impact others. And hence, that is where the premise of this project came from. So I have 7 other powerhouse women who have various autoimmune disorders and challenges who have partnered with me to share their story, to enable other women to be able to walk out their journey, knowing that they are not alone, that they have a community, that they can be inspired that beyond this diagnosis, that life still goes on and you're not only going to live, but you're going to thrive. So we will be launching it at the conference on May 16th. We will have powerhouse speakers pouring into those who are in that community, their caretakers, medical teams, medical professionals, because we know that beyond the clinic that there is a whole person that still needs to be served outside of it. So this is allowing the medical community and practitioners to be able to touch base with their patients in another way. We are also proud to be featuring 11 local small businesses as vendors, as well. We will have a DJ, we will have a brunch. So we are going to have a grand time educating, empowering, inspiring, as well as networking and having fun and providing a much needed community to those who have chronic illnesses and autoimmune disorders.
Wow, that's so inspiring. And I know it's going to be empowering to hear women talk about how they overcome and how they deal with
Mm,
autoimmune disorders every day. And
yes.
now, so our listeners are across the United States. So this
Mhm.
conference is where?
Oh, so the conference is going to be here in Columbia, Maryland. This is
Maryland.
our inaugural
Mhm,
conference, but I
mhm.
have heard the demand to be able to be make this virtual so that those outside of the local community area may participate. So this is going to be an ongoing annual conference. So next year we will be able to open that up in a virtual platform and be able to stream that out as well. And for those who may have feel like they want to resonate and be able to assist someone by sharing their story, this will be a series for the anthology. So that opportunity will be open as well for others to be able to partner with us and share their story in volume 2.
Wow. Okay. So next year it'll be hybrid, right? Is that what you're saying? In person
Yes,
and
I'm probably going
online
to
to
do
be able to.
enable a streaming platform that I can
Yeah.
stream out the live conference. So that way our reach will not just be limited to those in the room, but be able to serve those on our virtual platform.
Oh yeah. Love it. I love the vision. Love the vision.
Mhm.
And so how can people support this event?
Yes, so those we are still have tickets. We still have room. So you can go to my website, www.iammoniquepearson.com, to get your ticket. Bring a friend. We are also still accepting sponsorships for some of the services that are still outstanding. So you can also connect with us if this is something that resonates with you and you would like to sponsor either an attendee or a sponsor in-kind service. You can also email me at info@soaringwolimits.com. I am all social platforms. You will find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok under Monique Pearson. So plethora of ways for those who would love to support and come out or perhaps sponsor a woman who you feel would best be served in this community. Feel free to reach out and contact me at any time, and I will definitely be open to have a conversation, sharing more information. And you can go to the website and be able to see all of our great partners that have partnered with us for this endeavor, to include Dr. J.
Yes, thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be there. You know it. So, if a woman is going through some things physically, mentally, emotionally,
Mm-hmm,
and she's going to the doctor to kind of figure out what's going on, no one knows. And then one day they say, "We think you have an autoimmune disorder."
mm-hmm.
What would you tell that woman?
I would tell her to connect with someone who is walking out where she is now starting. I know for myself, it was very important to me to have someone to talk to. We have our support systems in house with our families, with our friends, and some of us have been blessed to have great coworkers. But just like any other challenge that you're going through in life, if you're getting a divorce, if you're having a child, God forbid, it's another medical emergency, as far as cancer, someone there is nothing like being able to connect with someone who understands what you are going through. And if she or he has already been walking out this journey for a while, can serve as a guide to you to let you know what to look out for, what to possibly prepare for, like giving you that peace of mind that this is not the end, this is not a death sentence, this is not the end of your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, to be able to pour into you and show you, like, I have done this and I can help guide you too. So I definitely would say tapping in and getting a community is going to help make this walk that much easier, to be able to give you hope and help alleviate some of those questions of the first time you're going through this and not knowing what to expect, and be able to have someone to pour into you. To me, that has been priceless, to be able to have those women when I was first diagnosed to talk to and ask my questions, and just be able to sit and listen and glean from their experiences helped a lot.
Yeah. So then one of the things I heard you say is that if we are talking to a woman that's listening and going through this, the first
Mm-hmm.
thing that she needs to know is that she's not alone. There are
Mm-hmm.
other women who started that journey and may be further in terms of knowing the care that they need, knowing and understanding different types of autoimmune disorders.
Right.
So reaching out and staying connected would be what she would need to do.
Yes, that's why I say that some people have found that self-help groups have been helpful to you. It's depending on the
Mhm.
woman. You would know best where you can be best served, and definitely always serving as an advocate for yourself. No one knows your body better than you do. And
Mhm.
if other instances arise, to make sure that you're keeping note and keeping tab. It's like relearning your body again afterwards with these autoimmune disorders. So that way, when you do meet with your healthcare professionals, you can bring those things up and advocate for yourself. And then, as I said, having that community, being able to, like, hey, I'm experiencing this. What have you found useful? There are so many reasons on being connected instead of walking this out in isolation. That will make it so much easier for you. So that will be the number one tip that I would share, is to find your tribe.
Mhm. Mhm. And then lastly, we use the word autoimmune disorders or disease or, like disability in some ways. Tell
Mhm.
us some examples of autoimmune diseases.
Okay, so some examples that will quantify or fall underneath that scope. One, multiple sclerosis, which many, of course, have heard a lot of. Lupus would be another one that you would fall under. Colitis would be another. Sjögren's, I'm probably mispronouncing that, but it's Sjorgens, would be another one that would fall under that. Rheumatoid arthritis is
Hmm.
also another one that would fall underneath that. Vitiligo, which many people may not be aware of, would be another one. So those are just several that are more commonly known, but there is like over probably 100 or so that are qualified or quantified as an autoimmune disorder, that I'm sure I'm thinking of one as far as alopecia, which I
Hmm.
didn't know also quantified as one. So for
Yes.
those who may not know, like, it is more common than what we think. And over 70% of those, majority of them are women who are also misdiagnosed. So those who, like, oh, that doesn't impact me, I'm pretty sure that it does impact you. You may not have been aware that some of those conditions are categorized as autoimmune disorders.
Yep, that was so helpful to hear actually which ones. And I'm sure every person listening knows someone who has
Mhm.
either one or even themselves. So I know I do just
Yeah.
hearing the list. Family members, friends. So definitely this conference beyond the diagnosis, the name of the conference relates to all of us. And I think that if folks tune in, they'll walk away learning some things because I personally have not seen a conference like this. The topic, how you organized it, the people who are going to be speaking, and the queen that's going to be doing some of the interviews. Me, I haven't seen that, and so I'm
No.
really excited to be a
Yeah, I
part.
haven't either. I
Yes,
saw a lot of when I was looking for, as I said, community. I practice what I preach. I have a great neurologist. I have great primary care physician and supportive friends and family. But what I didn't have was my network of other women who had autoimmune disorders. I saw a lot on the Multiple Sclerosis Society, and a majority of what I found were in virtual rooms. And I'm sure there are other women just like me who would appreciate to have that personal in-person connection that you just cannot compete with on a virtual platform. So when I can't find something, my thing is, okay, this is a calling to be able to create it. So this is my way of being able to make an impact and be able to make life easier for those of us who are affected, which also includes caregivers and family members, because you are also walking out this journey with your affected loved ones as well, to bring them all into one room, one space, to be a part of this community. So I'm super excited to be able to bring this forth, to continue to grow it and put out the call for those who feel like, okay, I am too searching for a space of like-minded sisters to be able to connect with, that the invitation is open for you to join us.
definitely. And in closing, tell us one more time, date, place, time, name of conference again.
Yes, so please come and join us at the Beyond the Diagnosis Conference to also celebrate the anthology of the same name, May 16th, 2026, from 12 to 4 p.m. at the Owen Brown Interfaith Center in Columbia, Maryland. You can go and get your ticket at www.iammoniquepearson.com. You can also connect with me if you would like to be a sponsor through the website and send a message as well. And we will gladly partner with you and bring visibility to, if you're a business entity or a person or also looking for long-term partnership, please reach out and contact with me and share with friends and family who you know that this can be a blessing to. We would love to have them in the room, our caretakers, also our support, the partners, the husbands, the fiancés, the caregivers in the medical field or facility that would like to learn and get a little bit more intimate relationships with their patients. All are welcome.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And then if you had 20 seconds, your last message you would love people to know, what would you tell them?
I was about to say, as far as the challenges that we may have, whether yours is mental, physical, financial, or if it has to be a health condition, that is not a permanent roadblock. It is a detour. And basically, you can make a decision that that is can either be the end of you, or you may have to start over and look at life in a different way. One being myself, that took a diagnosis and be able to walk out into make it into a purpose that can bless others, that same capability is inside of each and one of you. All you have to do is make a decision that this is not going to stop me, that life will still be lived, I will still excel, I will still exceed, and I will walk out the calling that I have on my life. So I would encourage everyone to not allow a roadblock to be an end to all that God has in store for you, and to be able to let your light shine for all to continue to benefit from that gift that only you can bring. So continue to walk, continue to thrive.
I love that message. It's almost like you knew I was going to ask that. And I know you didn't know I was going to ask that. I love it. It was so positive, and it's just pretty much that life continues in a
Mm,
positive way. And what you do with a diagnosis, right? And a diagnosis is a title, like an explanation of what's going
mm,
on. What you do from that point, it's up to you. And you can do a
mm,
lot of positive positivity, positive things. You can continue to live. You can continue to strive, and you can
mhm.
continue to rise.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So thank you so much for having us and you being with us. But also, we are going to see you on in May 16th, right? And
Mhm.
we're going to keep showing this and try to get some folks to attend. It's happening in Maryland. And so, first time ever. And we will be there to support you.
We are so excited. We thank you for partnering with us, helping us to get the word out. So, those in DC, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, we hope to see you in the building. And thank you again, Dr. J, for having me.
Thank you. Okay, viewers, until we see each other again, continue to rise and see you soon.